Guys, I wanted to do this fun kind of weekly show, and I didn't want to do it alone, so I have a great co-host named Blake. I'll introduce you guys in a minute, but this show is going to be something that, I'm always doing these videos where I'm like just sitting behind the desk, checking out watches and stuff. And that's great, right? Because that's what we all geek out on. But I wanted to do something that's fun and that's a little bit different than just looking at a watch. So I came up with this idea. This show is called Watch This. And all we're going to do is we're going to be in and we're going to be out real quick. It's going to be fun. It's going to be quick. It's going to be a lot of action and live and some banter and stuff like that. Watch This is a show where we're going to cover one topic each of something that's happening in the watch industry at the current time. So Blake picks one, I pick one, we discuss it, and then we leave it up to you guys in the comments. So with that being said, Watch This weekly, episode 1, and this is our co-host Blake.
What's up? Thanks for having me on. I'm excited for this. This is going to be fun.
Well, I had to have somebody on that's going to bring me some kind of legitimacy. So,
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I could do that, but we'll try.
So, people are like, oh, this idiot again. But if I got Blake, that's legit. That's legit. I got like a real watch industry guy here.
So they say. We'll see how it goes. I think this is going to be fun. It's going to be a different type of project than we normally work on, and yeah, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of hot takes, a lot of snippable moments, clippable moments that we could probably see if we can get some virality going, and it'll be fun.
So really quick, I want to start every show off, obviously, like every watch show with 2 people or more on it does. And we want to do like a wrist check kind of thing. So what are you wearing on your wrist? I can't wait to show you mine. It's Doxa today. Oh, there you go. That's the 200 chronograph.
The Sub 200C Graph 2.
Yeah. Sweet. What color is that? I can't tell because there's some weird
light.
It's
black. It's black, but it's got a little red trim around the accent.
It looks nice.
There.
That looks nice.
It's fun. It's a good one. And
it is a good one because it kind of goes from the a traditional shape, which you don't, Doxa is not known for that traditional shape. So it's kind of cool to have a traditional shape from them, for sure.
And Doxa didn't have a lot of chronographs until recently, right? Like I got this before what just came out, which was pretty rad. But hey, so I like it. It's comfortable. It's perfect on rubber, and I'm wearing it. So it's a Doxa.
Yeah. I went in to size the bracelet of my new watch. And in the case while I'm there is a 1971 orange dialed 300T. And it was sweet looking, dude. It was sweet. It was all brushed.
I bet the price tag wasn't sweet.
It was almost $4,000.
Yeah, there you go.
So, yeah. But on my wrist, what's that?
Those vintage ones are selling for a lot of guapos.
It looked really cool, though. It looked really cool. I think if it were a 1970, because that's kind of a birth year type thing, I probably couldn't resist it. I resisted it so far, but we'll see. There's another couple watches that one. Yeah.
Reason why you didn't buy it.
Yeah, I do. And that is what is on my wrist today. It is my brand new 300T with a yellow dial. Look at that. Ooh-wee. That's nice, right?
Yeah.
And
it's a long time coming.
Look how good it looks on my wrist.
It does look good.
It's all class.
You got to get some yellow. You got to get some yellow tats like right around here that can kind of
maybe put some color
transition into it. Yeah.
I'll figure out how to get some color in there. So this one is cool. So I really am a big fan of the Clive Cussler, but when it came down to buying my own watch, Clive Cussler's already got its legacy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So when I'm long gone and my kid has this watch, I want him to know that this watch has been on some crazy trips out in the deepest parts of the ocean, some crazy trails and adventures through the mountains and the deserts, beat up, loved to death, still working strong. And that for me would require something new, right? So I couldn't go with something that has something like that, history of the Clive, or even a used one. I wanted it brand new, and I wanted to run with it. And our girl over there at Doxa has been so good to me, but she's been trying to. She's so patient, so patient.
Yeah, for sure.
She doesn't have kids, I don't think, but if she ever does have a kid, she's gonna be a good mom because she's very patient. Because I have been going back and forth on these Doxa train for on which one I want, which one I want, which one I want for months.
So
I couldn't decide.
I know it was the Clive Cussler, right? But
Yeah.
then what else was a contender?
I love the orange dial 300.
Okay.
And then I love the new one, their new 200
Oh yeah. Oh, that's
with
right.
the green. I'll probably end
Yeah.
up getting one of those too, actually, but I love that one. And then I finally said, screw this. I'm gonna narrow down a purpose and figure out which watch I'm gonna get, and I'm gonna get one. So I reeled it into the yellow dial, done. And then it was the 1500, the 750, or the 300T. And at the end of the day, because it's a little bit smaller and thinner than the other two, and I feel like my kid, who has a very skinny wrist, wouldn't ever wear those, the 15 or 700 or 750. Yeah. So I got kind of what's still big enough because I like a bigger watch. So I got this one. This was the smallest of the three, and I love it. I love it.
I obviously have the orange 300T, and
yep.
For me the hardest decision was the 300T or the 300, because the 300 is a little thinner, right? You get the chronometer movement, and you get that beautiful boxed sapphire.
Yeah.
On the dial, and oh my god. And then it doesn't have the same water resistance, of course. This
right.
is one of the Mac Daddies when you're starting to climb in Doxa water resistance. But and then why yellow? Because that to me seemed like a departure from what I thought you would want.
So I actually love yellow dialed watches, especially in a diver. Especially in a diver. They're fun. They're bright. I'm a fan of the color. So orange is cool, but there's a few people throughout history that kind of already took ownership of the orange dials. One is Jacques Cousteau, and the other is Clive Cussler, right? So I didn't want to go that route either. And again, it's not like I don't compare myself to those guys by any sense of the word through adventures and stuff. Although I've had some pretty rad adventures, So I'm also not gonna discredit my own. But the yellow was a good place to land for me with a fun, bright colored watch that doesn't have a legacy already.
Is it weird to say that getting an orange sub 300T is just like getting a black Submariner?
That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I felt like I needed a black Submariner, but I chose an orange Doxa.
Yeah, there you go. So I love the orange one. Don't get me wrong; it's a great watch. But just for what I wanted to do, I just wanted to do something special with this one. That is my wrist watch of the day, I guess you'd say. So
I wonder how many other watches of yours are gonna go sleepy.
At least for a while, right?
I think about this because when I see you post your wrist pics, I'm like, I wonder why Rob chose this today. Because you've been going through some brands.
Oh yeah. So for me, I like. So I've always said in my life, and coming from the outdoor space and the off-road space and the overland space and all that kind of stuff, working with brands for over a decade, I've always said that I'm a people person over a product person. So if there's a brand out there that has like really cool people behind it, I want to support that brand. So I work with these brands, on trying to give them some kind of support and stuff because I really like the people behind the brand. Obviously, the watch has to be good, though. It can't be garbage. So it's a good watch. That's kind of a given, you know what I mean? And then it's really about the people behind the brands.
Here's our first hot take. So For
All right,
me,
so
I'm
this
also
is your hot take.
yeah, that's my hot take. So like I've seen brands or watches on the internet and I'm like, oh man, those are super cool. Right. And then I go like meet the people behind it and I'm like, oh no, yeah, no, I'm not doing this anymore. You
Yep.
know? Like
Yep.
it's like the people behind the
Yep.
brand ruin it.
That's right.
Or flip side where
That's
you're
right.
like, okay, like there's something here, right? I'm not quite
Yep.
sure. Right. And then you see somebody like who's just so passionate about the products and you're just like and they get you like they get you hyped up on it
Yep.
and that's what Jackie did for me because I've always wanted a
Yeah,
Doxa
she's
like
great. She's great.
yeah I've always wanted a Doxa for probably 5 years or so and then when we started like the watch club here in Vegas like I like polled the group. I was like, hey, like which watch brand do you want me to try to do an event with? Everybody said Doxa. Jackie was the first person to come like fly in and do an event with us.
Oh, sweet.
Right.
Very
And
cool.
so like that is always going to be special. And then ever since then, I've appointed myself as a self-proclaimed Doxa ambassador.
I like it. I like
Not that anybody sanctioned it, but
I think that you're good to consider yourself a Docs ambassador. I think they consider you that.
I don't know about that. Friend of the brand for sure. Ambassador,
I don't know. I think you're a pretty good ambassador for sure. For sure.
Hope so.
So for me, I think of off the top of my head, I think of that brand RZE or RZE. Like if you're
Yeah.
Canadian, I think you say RZE. Cool people, man. Cool people. And when I met them, they were stoked to work with me. They were like, cool, let's do this. I like what, so it's this equal excitement. And then they put out these little digital watches that honestly, I think that's probably the route G-Shock should have gone at least at some point, at least come close to it with at least one or two of the watches. But they're $300-400 digital watches that just crank out all kinds of different color combinations and stuff. And I love them and all that, but they got some cool watches too. I got a dive watch from them. And I got like a kind of their take on a field watch, which is pretty nice too.
That's the brand specifically that I've seen you kind of defaulting to recently.
Yeah. Again, it's, they're cool people. That's why it's the people behind the brand. If you're a good person and you got, obviously the product, I got to be able to, I'm not going to lie about the product. So as long as it's good product, if you're a cool man, let's do this. I am a team guy and I love helping people succeed any way I can.
What about this, right? Another hot take. So cool brand, cool product, cool people, but man, do they suck at customer service.
Customer service is very important. Very important.
The only reason why I bring that up is because for quite a while, like I was wearing what I would consider my palate cleanser. I don't know if you have one of these, but a palate cleansing watch. Like when you don't want to wear anything else, you just wear this, and it's like it gets you back. It's like a reset watch, and that could be your RZE or whatever. But that was that watch, and I'm not going to say the brand name because I don't want.
Why not?
Because I like them, and I don't want to kill them.
If they got sucky customer service, you're doing them a favor.
They know.
I'm going to say this. If it's cool people, cool watch, cool brand, cool everything except for bad customer service, I would go to that brand and those people and say, guys, your customer service sucks. I want to support you. I want to be team Zenith or whatever it is that you're going to say. And I just know you. Oh, okay. I want to be team. Tell me. What's the brand?
No, I don't want to do it. Not yet. We're still warming up, but here. So, and you can tell me if this is acceptable or not. So this was my palate cleansing watch, and I'm like, look, if I just want to default to wearing a rugged little diver, this is it. The bezel, like I had a press watch, which was super nice, right? And then mine came in, and I was like, oh, mine's a little.
Oh, that's
and I just thought I was like, okay, like whatever, like maybe the press watch has been around or whatever. The bezel's worn in, but mine never got like that. And then eventually, like I was using my bezel, and dude, that thing would just get so freaking tight. Like I literally would like rip my fingers apart trying to turn it. So then I said something. I sent them an email, and they're like, "Oh, just soak it in water." And I was like, oh, "Okay, soak it in hot water for 30 minutes." I was like, "Okay, whatever." So I did that. Didn't do a damn thing. Then I tried it again later, one more time. I was like, okay, maybe it needs a little bit more soaking or whatever. I don't know. They were saying that the oils needed to get warmed up or whatever. And I was like, this isn't gonna do it. So then I ended up sending it back for them to look at under warranty. It went to my friends in Baltimore. Sal Baltimore is their service center here, and dude, I swear, man, the watch was there for 6 months. Like, didn't hear a single freaking thing from the brand. Like, 6 months. I like the brand. I like the watch. I like the guys.
It should be a legit brand.
It is a legit brand.
They're not like some little,
no.
two guys working there. So,
and shit happens, like shit happens. Like, like could have just been a fluke, but I dug into this deep, and they don't even know how deep I dug, because I was texting my friend, the owner of Sal Baltimore, being like, "Hey, what's up with my watch?" Like, and so he was kind of like giving me the play-by-play, which kept me cool.
Yeah.
Versus like what they were saying, like the brand was saying, was like totally different. And what it came down to was their bezel's so fragile, right? And so they had a similar issue with another watch. They took the bezel off, and they broke the ceramic bezel, and then he said something. He was like, "I'm waiting for an instruction video from them to show me how to do it." Da, 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 da. He ended up having to order like a $3,000 freaking tool to take these bezels off. So I said, I was like, "Look, like just send my watch back to freaking Switzerland or France or wherever it goes or whatever." And he's like, "Nah, well, we got the tool anyways now." So I was like, "Okay, well," but I got the watch back. It works fine. Just took a while and zero communication.
Nobody was really rude, right?
No, of course not.
They just were checked out. They just were not responsive, and I probably would try to work through that with them.
I did. Yeah. When I got crickets, I texted the owner, right? And he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna look into this," and he did. He sure did.
Dude,
so,
I will
just slow snails, man, and it's like,
that sucks.
I think there's a lot of people out here who could be listening to this that just don't have the same volume of watches as us. Like they're not as deep into collecting as we are. And if I had 3 watches or 5 watches or 6 or what, like I'd be freaking pissed, man.
What a way to take the joy out of it for people, the whole experience.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. But also I've had watches. Have you ever had watches that have been like tainted by like a moment in time or like or an experience or whatever? You ever had that?
I have.
And you're like, I just can't wear this watch ever again. Something happened, and I maybe the watch holds the bad mojo or whatever.
Yeah, I definitely have had that.
So when the watch came back, it didn't have that. So that was cool. But there's watches where I'm like, I need to get rid of this watch immediately.
And there's something to that, dude. There's something to that.
Yeah.
You don't want to play around with that. Yeah, you don't want to play around with it.
Yeah, and there was one that took. So I had this like weird little like period. I think I told you about it, but I bought a bunch of like pawn shop watches from Vegas here, whatever, and I sent them back to the respective brands. Cartier was one, Rolex was one, Omega was one, Bulgari was one, Zenith was another, and I will say on the record that Bulgari is has the worst.
That's actually the brand I was thinking of. So it's a different brand.
No.
So the other watch is a different brand. Yeah. I was thinking it was those guys. Because you had a nightmare experience with those guys.
Dude, it was like 13 months, like no freaking communication.
And they were just being a-holes about it, yeah.
Yeah, they were being terrible about it. And then when the watch came back in, after 13 months, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool, it's worth the wait. The freaking chronograph hand falls off
Yep.
in the freaking store, right?
That's horrible.
How do you even believe that, right?
That's horrible.
And then they said, oh, well, it's got to go back to Switzerland. I'm like, it's got to go back to Switzerland to put a freaking chronograph hand on. Give me the fucking tools. Sorry, give me the tools. I will put this hand on myself. But then I told them, I'm like, if this watch doesn't come back within 90 days, don't ever call me. I'm not gonna pick it up. You can funny. Keep it. I don't care about funny. The money I paid for it. Just don't call me. I think so.
All right, so this is turning into a podcast, which is actually kind of cool. Maybe we like that platform. I was trying to keep the whole idea of it 20 minutes and done.
Oh wow. Mostly
because of I didn't want to put any extra time strain on you, but we do have a cool segment. The segment is this. The segment is each one of us picked one topic that's currently going on in the watch space today, and we're going to give our take on it.
Okay.
So do you have one in mind?
You can give yours first, and then I'll think about mine. How about that? So
okay. Well, so here's mine. So I watched this this video by Barker. What's his first name?
Adrian.
And he was talking about, he was responding to Nico Leonard's comment on the Rolex Explorer not being a tool watch, right? Because they've kind of outclassed it out of the tool watch lane. And Barker was saying, no, it is a tool watch, and he went in to define all of the different categories of watches. But then this guy, and you guys can go on and check out his video. It's on his YouTube channel to really get the specifics of it. I'm just going to sum it up. But then he went on to give all of these super subjective definitions of what these watch categories are. And it made me think, you're wrong to just about everything that he was saying, Right. But I couldn't really side with Nico Leonard on this one, saying, oh, no, it's not a tool watch anymore because it's too expensive or too nice or whatever. And I couldn't really get behind this subjective thing where Adrian is saying, hey, a dress watch is something that's meant to be showy and all this. No, that's not true either. Those are all subjective definitions, which are fine to have, but you can't say somebody's wrong for their subjective definition because you have your own subjective definition, right? So once and for all, Rob Spencer is going to clear the air on this and straighten it all out for everybody. Tool watch is this. It's a watch that's built to take a beating and be designed for a purpose. That's a tool watch.
Yeah, I think everybody's going to have a different take on this, and that's a part of it, right? Because for me, a sports watch is just a subgenre of watches, right? And then a tool watch has a utility purpose, right? Yeah. So by definition, right?
So Rolex Explorer, tool watch or no?
I don't think any Rolexes are really tool watches anymore.
Why? What about what? If you have $1 trillion, buying an Explorer is like me buying something cheap.
True. But
so price tag is relative. That's what I'm talking about, the subjectiveness. So that argument is kind of like the Nico Leonard argument. Look, these things are 10 grand. It's not a tool watch. Well, if money's no object, it's a tool watch.
Yeah, so but it is an object. It is an object to a lot of people.
But is it built for purpose?
It's a rugged watch, right? It's got some. It was. I think it was a tool watch, right? I think it did have a utility back in the day. It was a hiking instrument, a field watch, right? But I don't know if Rolex thinks it is anymore. And I don't think
so. Did they stop ruggedizing the way it's built?
Beats me.
So that to me is what determines if it's a tool watch or not the price tag. Is it manufactured like it was when everybody did consider it a tool watch?
I doubt
Is
it.
it still rugged, that could take a beating, that could take these crazy temperatures, specifically these temperatures?
Right. I would hope so, but I don't think
And it's a
anybody
tool watch.
is really going to take the watch into that environment to find out because of the price tag, for one.
I'm saying
And I
price is
think,
irrelevant.
well, so look, so right, like if maybe so, right? I'm just talking about my definition.
Yeah.
But if it really was a tool watch, why would you have high polished edges? Like why wouldn't you just brush the whole thing?
Design.
That's what they used to do. That's what they used to do. Like they used to brush the whole all Explorers.
So
right?
now
But
now you're talking subjective.
Yeah, of course. No, I'm just
So
speaking from my opinion, right? Because a tool watch is designed to be destroyed, right? It's designed to be worn. It's designed to take a beating, right? It's designed. It has a utility, right? And for me, like the Explorer has gotten a little blingy, right? Like most Rolexes have gotten a little blingy. And
what about the Explorer 2? Tool watch?
That's a hard one. It has more utility than Explorer 1, obviously, because it has a GMT complication. But I think the price tag, right? Because for me, right, like think about like a knife or something, or a hammer or whatever, right? Like if you're working on a job and you bust your hammer, right? Like go to Home Depot, pick one up, right? You can't do that for Rolexes anymore. Like you can't be, oh, cool, I broke my watch.
I can't do that. You can't do that. But there's people that could do that.
Sure. But then like I don't think that changes anything for me, right? Because just because somebody can go do somebody can go spend $1 billion to like take over a government, right? Not to get too political, but somebody can do that out there, right? Somebody can rig an election, right? Because they got all the money in the world, right? But just because somebody can do that doesn't mean that everybody can do that. So
right. So the Explorer may not be a tool watch for everybody, but if it's a tool watch for somebody, then it's a tool watch.
To me, a tool watch has utility, and the Explorer has no utility.
Yeah, I would have to revisit how they were manufactured. If they still did the ruggedized construction of the watch, then it does have utility.
Well, it's a hot take because Rolex clearly positions all their products as luxury products.
Right.
So like do you go to Home Depot and be like, oh, let me like you can't buy this hammer, like let me put you on the wait list for this hammer, and this hammer is $800, and if you break this hammer, like you're gonna cry because you spent $800 on the hammer.
Do you know how much more money I spent on Milwaukee wrenches instead of the Home Depot brand? Home Depot brand's got a lifetime guarantee. Husky, they got a lifetime guarantee. They're made cool, but I paid the money for the Milwaukee. And are they better wrenches?
But we're that's where the price comes in for me, right?
I don't think it's not valid, right? I don't think it's not a valid point. I just don't think that it is the defining factor of making something a tool watch or not.
I do.
If it's subjective, dude, nobody's wrong. It's their take.
Yeah, of course.
It's not, so Nico Leonard isn't wrong. Adrian Barker isn't wrong. Rob Spencer isn't wrong. And Blake isn't wrong either.
The final icing on the cake is the price point, right?
Price point is subjective.
It is. It is for sure. But I think if you get a sub 300T, whatever, even you can get Chef sub 200T, right? You pay $1,000 for that guy, right? Or you get one used and pay even less, right?
Yep.
Like, I would hope that collectors out there like could wear it, feel comfortable enough to wear it as a beater, a daily driver, right? And not have to worry about theft or damage,
right,
or whatever, right? I would hope that people out there can do that safely and securely, mentally, right? Because some people will be like, look, G-Shock all day, $100 beat it, right? Whatever.
Yep.
I think that lends into the utilitarian aspect of whatever it is, tool watch, Rolex, whatever, and we all have that subjective price point where it's like, you said it, $5,000 for somebody is nothing, right? 10,000 is nothing. It's a drop in the bucket, right? But I would say there's a very small percentage of watch collectors that fit that mold, and that's not everybody.
For whatever reason, I really thought it was very interesting when I watched that Adrian Barker video, especially when he brought up Nico, because Nico Leonard is like this very opinionated,
sure,
polarizing character, and then Adrian is kind of like a chill guy. He's not really, polarizing, but the conversation was cool. So I'm like, that's a good conversation. For me, taking all that what you've said, I think that a lot of what you said is subjective. And I think that that being subjective just means it's very true for you in your own life.
Sure.
But there's other people who would take a Rolex Explorer and absolutely use it as a tool watch.
You're not wrong. It's just subjective, is my opinion, And,
so this is what I want to do now.
Right.
I actually want to wrap this up. We've been going on for an hour.
Yeah.
And then hopefully somebody will watch this. And I want to leave in the comments down below if you would rather just see a freestyle podcast like this, conversation stuff about cool topical stuff in the industry, which to me, I had a lot of fun. Like, this was fun. Leave that in the comments. If you would like to see something a little more what I had on paper, which is like a 20-minute in and out, have a couple topics, hit them, and be done with it, leave that down in the comments as well. I'm cool with either direction. I enjoyed this conversation. Like always, it's a lot of fun. We are going to wrap it up now, though, Blake. So thank you very much. All I really want to leave with people is the idea that watch collecting is fun, and it is for everybody. And there's something out there that you will love. So with that being said, thank you very much, Blake. I'll see you later.